Hi guys, so this is my update Minda etc video, the chronicles of my dating if you like. I just wanted to update you guys because I got a lot of messages. One of the most frequent questions that I get asked regarding the whole dating thing is how do I talk to the guys? Like what do I say to them? Like what basically what does the conversation look like? Best thing to do here is to literally walk you through a couple of my conversations. I'll tell you ones where I got buoyed off, and by buoyed off I mean like like I sent the last reply and didn't get a message back. Okay, so there was one guy I was talking to, it's Iranian, so he said bah bah dana khanum khob hastin, please tell me you understand Farsi lol, if not sorry for the awkwardness lol. I was like, lol, I understand lol with lots of O's. I don't give lols with extra O's unless the person's good looking. I was like, lol, I understand what you just said, but I don't fully understand Farsi. Like, I can pick up what someone is saying by a few words. You said something like, wow, Miss Thana, you good? I think, if not, then I'm sorry for the awkwardness. And he goes, lol, there's no awkwardness anymore. Yes, yep, spot on. So you're half Iraqi and half Iranian, best of both. You're looking well though. I was like, lol, thanks, as are you. Have you been here your entire life, or is there a bit of freshie from years ago? He goes, there is always some form of freshie here, some form from freshie within myself. I was born and raised here, however moved to Iran at the age of 7 for 5 years. Since then I haven't been back. Tell me, what about yourself? And I was like, I don't know why I laughed like that, because like it wasn't even funny what he said. That's probably what stopped him from replying. Anyway, so well, I was born in Manchester, raised in London from the age of 7 and been here ever since. My dad's of Iraqi origin and mum's of Iraq and Iran. My family speak Arabic and Farsi, but I just learnt Arabic growing up. That's it. Stop dead in the track. That was the last that was the last message. And that, let me tell you, that was on May the 5th. Proper dead and gone, right? Okay, so that's that. Look, he's online. I think he's online. Because it's green. What does the green mean on Minda? Who knows? Okay, so I'm just trying to a good conversation that went well. Okay, so I'll tell you one conversation I had with someone that moved over to WhatsApp, that moved over to phone calls 24/7 for like 4 or 5 days, and it went to shit because that person was the very person I warned you guys about. So it was basically this guy who was also a parent, which kind of ticked a nice box for me. You know, he was he was kind of part white, part Middle Eastern, which was great for me because I like, I don't know about anyone else, but since I was 12, I've always had this kind of wish and this hope that I would be able to one day marry a white guy that I converted. It's always been like a wish of mine, like a dream of mine. So stupid, I know, but I think I always just thought to myself, those are the kind of people that would actually be kind of more on my wavelength. So I was like, you know, this is amazing, best of both worlds. I didn't really know what he looked like because his face didn't really show. So I went over and he added me on Snapchat, so I added him, he sent me photos. I was like, you know, he's okay. He's not my exact type, but he's okay. But through conversations, like, he seemed amazing, ticking every single box, and I was like, this is great. And then, I don't want to give too much detail away, but I think when I have a hunch about someone who isn't quite, he doesn't have the best intentions, I think my switch of crazy goes up. So where my, you know, normal switch is at, like, say, I don't know, 10 or 15, and if I get angry it's at like, I don't know, 80, it literally stays constantly whenever I have a hunch that someone's like, the intention isn't pure. My crazy is at level like 50 or 60 as a norm. So I'm constantly suspicious, like, yeah, why did you do that? Why did you, like, proper crazy? And I think I do this because generally someone who is about to mess you about and they have quite a bit to lose and they see this level of crazy, they're like, no, it's not worth it, because she could literally shit on my parade with what I had. And he had another wife, by the way. But yeah, he wanted to do so Shia have the mut'a, which you guys probably heard of, which is temporary marriage, which a lot of guys would kind of try and do. A lot of Shia guys would try and approach you with, which you obviously should decline, which really isn't the greatest thing to do. And then you've got the Sunni version, which I believe is Zawaj al-Arfi, which is, it's not considered temporary marriage, but it's kind of hidden marriage. So that's the kind of thing he wanted. He wanted that basically his wife was abroad, he wanted a full-time wife here kind of thing. Which obviously I'm not going to accept because I know how jealous I am. I'm like the most jealous person in the lot. He gave me the whole sob story about like literally been separated for so many years, like whatever. And I was like, look, you deal with your situation and then come back. But anyway, all the shit that I gave him, it kind of pertained to the fact that obviously within, and I know this because once the guy is a duck boy would, there's a certain level of shit sometimes they put up with. Certain duck boys, when they have a lot to lose, so they can't really afford to mess around a girl who's crazy because she could turn their shit upside down. And I think that was the case over here. So seeing my batshit crazy constantly on like level 60 throughout the day kind of got him to take a step back. And I just wasn't, I know I should have expected it, but I wasn't expecting it. Because everything else was perfect, like in terms of like our personalities clicking was perfect. So that kind of put me on a really big downer. I was like, I went for like a couple of days like just literally feeling so shite because I was like, you know when you get that influx of attention, like constant attention, and then it just goes away. It was, I've never met him by the way. Never even met him. I told you I like catch feelings too quickly. So yeah, so it just disappeared and he went from like obsessing and like desperate to talk to all of a sudden constantly online and not messaging. Obviously I was going to check every time he was online because I'm a psycho like that. But yeah, so I had that little thing, and Minda, obviously at this point I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling like a massive void, a gap, because where this guy was like for 4 or 5 days showering me with attention, phone calls, we were talking, like joking around, having banter, everything. Now that's kind of gone. Not kind of, that's gone. I kind of need something to fill the void, so I looked again to my Minda and my Muzmatch to find stuff, and I couldn't find anything, and I was like, shit, this shit has really hit the fan now. Literally there's nothing. It was literally tumbleweed on both apps. I was like, what is going on? Like, is this because I've like featured some people in my like last Minda video, which I've deleted now by the way, because one of the guys that was in the video approached me in the most polite way possible, so I could not refuse. So I removed that. Anyway, so I just was like so bored, and I think it was yesterday night. Don't judge me. I decided to download Tinder. Yeah, Tinder. And the reason I did that was because I watched a video of a girl, I don't know if anyone knows her name, is Amani. She's the author of The Muslim Girl. I think she's quite active. She's like, I think she's amazing, to be honest with you. Very, very out there. I like most of what she stands for. So she basically filmed on YouTube a video of her going on her first Tinder date. So I was like, well, she's a hijabi and she's on Tinder. Maybe I should just give it a go. Considering I found my first husband on Tinder, and he by the end of it was becoming more practicing, and he could work. Maybe I can find my white guy after all and come by him. So I downloaded it, and the thing with Tinder is it pulls up your old profile. So I log in. First of all, it had all my non-hijabi pictures because obviously last time I was on there I was on hijab. I was like scrambling to delete them because I knew I'd be on the kind of, I'd be thrown in the pack of cards that was being dealt to each people looking straight away. So I was like, delete, switch them for the hijabi photos, which I did actually within a matter of a minute. And then I was like swiping. I was on it for like 20 minutes, no likes, and I was like, oh, like I just came on here just to get a bit of attention. I just wanted to feel a bit of like attention in my direction, like people that actually want to talk to me. This is not what I came here for. Like it was tumbleweed. Like what is going on? But now what is going on? I was like, has someone done like black magic? Like what is it? Anyway, it's proper dead. So while I was just going through like, oh, am I sure there's no matches? Like maybe there's some matches that I can't buy, because I couldn't work my way as well around the app. It was a bit different like from how I remembered it. It was very, very different. And I thought originally when I was going to go on Tinder, I could filter people through their religion. Apparently you can't. So I was just like trying to work my way around the app. All of a sudden I get to my messages, which contained all my matches. Scroll down like 1 or 2 people. Who do I find except for my husband? And the conversation between me and my husband. That conversation lasted about a day. But it was the first time I ever spoke to my husband, and it was just weird. I got so many matches from the non-hijab days. Yep. Anyway, so where is he? Okay. So by the way, don't think, oh, there's so many, that these are all new from like the last day or so. There he is, it says there, Mohammed. So I click on it. And there's our conversations. Like, it's just so weird. He goes, if you like, we can meet up as friends and then you'll see. Because I actually goes, what you're looking for. I said, I'll look to make friends, and if there's sort of chemistry or there's like a connection, then probably more. He goes, if you like, we can meet up as friends and you'll see not all guys are assholes. Lol. Okay, I must have said that guys are assholes halfway through. And I was like, lol, I don't mind. He goes, lol, it's a date. Let me know when you're free and we can arrange something. He goes, lol, you make me laugh, the perfect woman. Anyway, basically, that was the end of the conversation because we moved on to WhatsApp, and that was the day, that same day, that was Wednesday. Hold on 1 second. Wednesday, the 11th of June. I remember I told you guys I first met on the 11th of June. 10 days later I had my nikah, so I had my nikah on the 21st of June. So that was the day that I ended up meeting him. It was crazy. I was like, shit. Anyway, no sad stories. No sad stories today. This is just about dating. It's really inappropriate for me talking about my late husband and the dating. But anyway, I thought to myself, you know, I'm on this app. I found my late husband on this app. What's to say that I'm not going to find another person on this app? You know, what's the harm in just being on the app and seeing what's out there? So like I told you, in that 20 minutes, dead, tumbleweed shit. Like everything was like, ugh. I was giving up on life and just like men in general. Then I woke up with like loads of matches. It's like, shit, it's actually working. Oh my god. I got my white guys, I got my Muslim guys. Aren't really that practicing Muslim guys, but you know, we could work with them. Because like in my mind I was like, you know what, my late husband was not practicing at all when I met him, but he was so easy to kind of like move over to that side. I was like, you know, it can happen. You know, if a guy falls in love with me now, he'll just do whatever. So yeah, now I'm on Tinder and I'm actually enjoying it. There's actually some really nice guys, and the quality of men versus Minder. Like look, a lot of people are gonna give me hate for this, but let me tell you something. Minder has shitty people on there. Okay, that will mess you over, but just because it's got the label of Muslim on top, like Muslim Tinder, whatever it is, you know, it's a Muslim dating app, you just kind of, you go in a bit with your guard dropped slightly less than if you were, say, on Tinder or something like that, but actually you're going to get screwed over exact same way, if not worse, because you'll be more trusting somewhere. Whereas me, I'm going in with my guards up. Like anyone who's just says something that's slightly just a bit off, or slightly that's not really, chucked to the side. And the men there are like scattered. There's so many, like you don't really mind like just dropping them. I mean, I would totally recommend it to people that are a bit more like me. If you see yourself as a bit more conservative, then probably best not to. Like if I really like someone, I think this could possibly go somewhere, but obviously we're not ready for marriage. Obviously, like I've got more complications in my case because I don't want him to kind of like, it's not about like living with a man like straight away and I've got my daughter. I'd rather sort of date him for a prolonged period of time. I would be happy to do a nikah, Islamic marriage with him, just to date him. So yeah, so I'm quite open-minded like that. Some people might not be. That's up to you, to each their own. I mean, look, the way that I've always lived my life is, as long as I'm not doing anything haram, I really could not give two shits. If someone sees me in the street with like a random person or a random guy and they want to think something negative, like, oh, that's probably her new man or whatever it is, and that person's probably just a friend or something like that, that's up to them. All I know is they're going to be getting sins for thinking the worst of me and not giving me the benefit of the doubt. And all I know is that God knows what's in my heart. So like with Mo, that's exactly what I did. Why did we get Islamically married 10 days later? Because I was like, you know, I want to do this halal. I want to date you. I'm not ready to like, I want to even move in with you. I moved in with him after the Islamic marriage. Even though it was just 10 days away. Like literally we got to know each other like hands on. And I got that experience when it was all halal. And then in the end, I was like, this has worked out. We're great together. It's amazing. Obviously, you're not going to do that with anyone. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go on one date with him when we start the nikah now. It's not like that. It's when you're kind of sure about someone, but you know, you just want to give it a bit more time just to be extra sure. In that, like, that's the way that I would do things. And I think because I've got an open-minded mentality, it wouldn't be that difficult to find someone on Tinder, because, you know, it's someone who's not that religious, or someone who's like, you know, willing to convert. It's not difficult for that person to just do the nikah. Like, nikah is not something that's like difficult to do. So right now on Tinder, I'm looking for Muslim people that are, you know, however practicing they are, thinking to bring them over to the light side, to the light side, or even looking for guys that are open to conversion, because that'd be great. I'll get the thawab for converting them as well, which would be amazing. But yeah, so obviously if I swipe, like, the way that I'm doing is, obviously there's no preference. You have to swipe right or left to every single person that you come across. So that's what I'm doing. So even with the white guy, if he's good looking, if I find him good looking, then I'll swipe right to him. Because I tell myself, well, the only way they would swipe right to me is if they're open-minded to that prospect. And I met so many converts on Muzmatch and on Minder that had converted for girls. So it's very, very, very possible. Well, you know what, I've got a good personality. I think I'm capable of making that change if I found the right person. So anyway, that's my update. Pretty sure, right? So I was going to call a guy while we were on camera, but thankfully didn't quite work out. You know when you give your number to someone because you think, oh, like, you know, he's like a poor guy kind of thing. It was that. Like, he was a convert. Kind of relatively good looking, but I just feel like I don't feel he's like fully educated, so it was a bit difficult to obviously he was educated enough to convert, made the right it was very difficult to talk to him, and I gave him my number a bit too soon, because he asked for it. He's like, oh, that have to imagine no social media, no Instagram, no nothing, just WhatsApp. And so I was like, okay, fine, like, you seem so harmless, I don't mind. There's certain people that I just don't mind, like, it's just a number. Like, cold callers have my number sometimes, like, it's not that deep. So I gave him the number, and then I was like, continued to talk to him by messaging, and I was like, this is not what I signed up for. Like, your English is bad even though you're English. How is that even possible? Your English is bad even though you're English. So I kind of like, I was like, ugh, I got the ick a bit. And then he was messaging me. He was like, hey, can we talk? And I was like, just putting it delay. I'm just really, really busy. Can I call later on? Later on came, I was like, oh my god, can I call tomorrow? So it was tomorrow. Tomorrow was today, basically. So he basically messaged saying, Salam, hi, it's Yusuf, how are you? So I was baffled because his name on Minder was an English name. So I was like, save his name, go to WhatsApp, click on his profile picture, and then realise it was the same person. Like, so I was like, lol, it took me a minute to work out who you were, as your name on Minder is, etc. Lol. I was like, how's work going? He goes, so bored, spelt bored, B-O-R-D. Just want to go home now, hot weather is killing me, lol, you busy? Didn't reply. And he's like, can I call you? I was like, didn't reply. He was like, hi, you're not speaking to me? And I was like, hey, I just felt bad. I was like, hey, I'm so busy, been swamped with work, I could give you a call tomorrow maybe, and if you're free. He goes, okay, night. And then I woke up today quite late, so I messaged him. I was like, literally, I didn't want to look like I was probably avoiding him, so I was like, literally just finished my spreadsheet. It was early in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning, which was actually true. So hitting the sack now, speak tomorrow inshallah. He goes, Salam, hey, how are you today? That was earlier today, so I messaged him saying, hey Yusuf, I just woke up. This was about 1:30. Running a few errands now with mum and taking her to see granddad. Would it be okay to call you later today in the evening? In my mind I thought I could record it because I know this isn't really going to go anywhere. So I thought, let me just record it. And if it is, I can just delete it, but I doubt it. And he goes, if you want, that's okay, I'm in work today. So then when I was ready to film, earlier today before I went out, oh god, what is going on with my scarf today? Do you know when you just have a bad scarf day? There we go. Anyway, And then I was like, hey, let me know when I should call. I'm free for a bit now. And honest to God, I was praying that he wouldn't reply. And luckily, he replied like 2 hours later. Around Asher time. He goes, I'm in the mosque. Can I chat tomorrow? I'm pray. How is this man English? I just want to know. How? I just feel like he's quite like big. So I just feel like he's like a oh no, I'm just gonna like some those people are just like English and grammar isn't their thing. So yeah, that's it. That's the update so far. A lot of people are gonna see it as like this kind of like taboo, like oh my god, how could she go on Tinder? It's known for like whatever. But like, if you're the same person, if you as a person are not changing, your standards are not going to change. There's no harm putting you anywhere in terms of these apps. I mean, I think the worst thing is to kind of like go in with this false pretense when you're going onto a Muslim app, thinking that all these guys are genuine, all these guys are serious, and all these guys want marriage, and actually they don't. They don't. Like, they're literally just messing you around, sugarcoating it with the whole concept of being serious. Pretty much everyone on there that is serious, like, probably hasn't even spoken to a girl their entire life. So, like, it's generalisation. I'm sure there are people that are serious on there, but, like, weirdos, absolute weirdos. I actually tell you, this is exactly why it doesn't matter if you're on Tinder or Mindy, you're still going to get the same shit. He was, like, 33, business owner, owned his own house in, like, central London, like, bought a house for his family. Like, he was like half European, half like Afghan, I think it was, whatever it was, like everything. He was tall, good looking, whatever. I was like, this is amazing. Started dropping really early on, like, hi, like, we were just getting to know each other. Like, literally, I swear to God, it had been like 10-15 minutes we had spoken to each other. I had just about told him my situation because he asked about it. He has had a baby, husband died, blah 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 blah. Okay, started dropping lines like, I would literally just like, I would love you so much, I would just show you the world, I would take you to spa days and take you like, I don't know, like countryside away, every single, I don't know, like he's being so like sensual. You know when someone's trying to force the intimacy, I'm like, chill out, like we have not even exchanged numbers, my friend. And he carried on. I was like, look, this is a bit like too much. Like, do you not see that's too much? Like, maybe just don't force it a bit. Maybe just let it go. You never know, it will go with the flow. You know, just like let it be. Like 5 minutes later, randomly, I want to take you to Fiji. Bruv, we've literally been speaking for 25 minutes. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Tell me now, because you seem more psycho than me, okay? That's basically what it was, friggin' psycho. I was like, look, can you just chill? Like, what you're doing is just not normal. Like, I literally said to him, I was like, how are you not? I was like, please, and this is the point. This was the point, actually. Remember, I was like, it was on like the down point of like after I had spoken to that duck boy for a couple of days, and I was like on the down point of like attention. So I was like, you know what, I'm being patient today. You know, it's fine. I'll put up with shit. I'll put up with a bit of shit just to kind of keep things going. I was like, you know what, I'm being patient with this guy. And I was like, Tim, please explain to me, how are you not seeing what I'm saying is right? Like, we haven't even exchanged numbers. He started talking about, and I'm sorry, like this is like, if you're like younger or you're not married or you don't listen to the next part of the video, but this is actually what happens. So if you're on these apps, if you're watching this and you kind of know about these apps, and I'm hoping you're of age to know about these apps and what I'm about to talk about, start talking about, and by the way, he wasn't doing it in a sexual manner. He was doing it in, I will do everything for you. I would literally like, start talking about orgasms. I was like, I think it's really, really inappropriate, like you bring this in. I was like, we don't even know each other. I was like, we haven't exchanged numbers, haven't even met. Oh, and he drops down like, we make the cutest babies. Like, proper cheese machine. Like, what is it? What kind of business do you own? Is it a cheese factory because it's looking like a cheese factory right now? Cheese, literally cheese. Our babies would look so good together. If we made babies, they would look. I was like, can we maybe meet once before we start thinking about making babies? Is that okay? Is that cool? He goes, Saki, I like it. I was like, oh, that's great. I'm not trying to be Saki. I'm just telling you to fucking just chill the fuck out, please. I beg you, please. Don't make me write this off. Anyway, So he must have thought I was a prude, which I'm completely not. But in that situation, I was like, I don't even care if I look like a prude. So be it. I was like, so be it. Let me look like a prude today. Cool, you know, I was like, it's not worth it. Even though I want attention, I want a guy to like want to talk to me and like talk to me and give me all this like it was just too much. Like, how do you do that? Like, that kind of thing is not sincere. Like, that guy was like desperate. That's what, to me, what that guy said to me, from what I got from what he didn't say to me, was I'm desperate. I've been on here for a while. You know, in his defense, he had been cheated on previously. I think that's why he was a bit insecure, but I'm sure to this day, if I probably just took him up on his offer, I'd probably be married by now. Probably be on my way to being married right now, and he'd probably be taking me to hotels and shit. I would be posting it for the gram and shit, but it's not about that life. Can I also just say, in terms of like, I know my videos are literally seeming like they're kind of One Direction, not the band, One Direction the topic. Like, it's just about guys. It's not about like that's it, the be all or end all. But the fact of the matter is, I enjoy being in relationships. I've been married twice. A lot of people think that I'm so desperate. Like, all I do is talk about guys. Really, it's not. If I was desperate, I would take on board these. Like, if I was desperate, I'd be married right now, from the engagement that I had, you know, 6 months back. I'd be married. I could have taken that engagement and run with it. But that's not what I want. I want a soulmate. I want a life partner. I want someone who I can enjoy my life with. And I know what it's like to have a soulmate, so I wouldn't really settle for less. So yeah, in the bid to finding that soulmate, yeah, I'm going to go on a couple of dating apps. And yeah, I am going to tell you about a couple of experiences I have. Because I'm sharing the journey, because I'm sure loads of girls go through similar things. Hopefully I'm going to share the journey eventually to a point where I get married. Hopefully that would be great. That would be amazing. It was like that. But the fact of the matter is, I've been married twice, okay? I've had a baby, and both those weddings, do you know how some people get married twice? Their first wedding is a massive wedding. The second wedding is more like a low-key, just white dress, pictures, whatever. I had two amazing weddings. Not because I forced it, but because obviously the second wedding that I had was with my late husband, and he's never been married before, and I wanted him to enjoy his wedding. Like, I didn't want to like say, oh, I've already had my wedding, let's do something small. I was like, literally, go and do whatever the hell you want. Like, anything you want to do, we'll do it. And that's what we did. So I had two amazing weddings. I have a child. I've pretty much done it all. I don't need anything else. I'm like happy to accept this is my fate for the rest of my life. I'm good with that. But there's no harm in seeing what's out there and seeing if there is like my, you know, potential soulmate out there. And that's why I'm kind of like that. And if I choose to document that on the way, that's my decision. You don't have to watch. Yeah, you don't have to watch. Anyway. Actually, it's a good thing to mention that I would prefer that you guys seek parental guidance before you watch, because a lot of my things, like, I'm sure I'm going to experience like random shit like I would want to like kind of tell you about, and obviously I'd be a bit more kind of hazy to tell you if you guys are quite young, because I know I do have some young followers, like 13 or 14 year olds, although the majority, according to YouTube, of my followers are 18 to 25. I'm sure that I do have loads, so I would just say avoid the dating app videos, or I will try and put like a comment or a picture within the thumbnail to say over something only. You know, anytime you see something like that, maybe just avoid it, because it probably has like a mention of something of a sexual nature that someone in a relationship or someone on that level or already there would kind of, I mean, they would know, but I don't want to kind of expose people to things that they're not already exposed to. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. I don't know what this video is. It's just literally an update video. I'll probably literally talk till the cows come home, but hopefully I'll be able to edit it properly and not have it be like 100 million hours. But anyway, before I go, like with regards to the kind of quality, like this is, I've only been on there for a day, and already I've got a guy who's a doctor, who's Jordanian, who is Muslim, who wants to meet up with me, like for coffee. He lives very, very close to me as well. Tells you how far you are, obviously. Like, and he like, and I don't know, like the quality of men is different. Like when you're swiping, all you're seeing is like CEO of what, founder of blah, head of blah blah, finance, lawyer, blah blah blah, blah, doctor. Like that's all you're seeing. Like I'm telling you, the quality of men on Tinder is so much better. I mean, we should just do this whole like thing where we just all go on there, so it becomes a norm. Like, 100 non-hijabis and then one hijabi. Let them just see them scattered. That's not up to you. You're gonna see us anywhere. Wherever you go, we'll be there. Tinder, we're there. In your shops, we're there. Shut up, please. No. Anyway, we should just all go there. If you have like the ability to look, the shitty comments, the crappy, indecent comments, they're gonna come. It comes with the whole thing, regardless, wherever it comes with the package. You know, you can't avoid it. Whether even on a Muslim app, you'll be surprised you cannot avoid it. So if you have the choice, you've got like a little, like put it this way. On Minda and Muzmatch, you're looking, you're looking at a pond of fish. That's really small, okay? On Tinder, you're looking at the massivest like lake of fish. So yeah, not all those fish are going to be applicable to you, or they're not going to be kind of like work with you, but there are going to be many fish there that would kind of work for you as well, but they wouldn't really be on Minda because they're a bit more kind of like, they might not even know about Minda. You know, a lot of people don't. Like every time I remember when it first, I remember last year whenever I used to say Minda, I'm like, well, what's Minda? Like, what is that? Like, some people just are not even in those circles where they know about Minda, so I would say don't knock it until you've tried it, because I'm really enjoying Tinder now, like on a different level. Yeah, the quality of men is just on a different level, so yeah. I'll keep you updated. I might change my mind in a couple of days. I have had the really shit comments, by the way. Disgusting. I was like, oh, I've always wanted to do with a headscarfed woman. I'm like, bye. Keep looking good. It ain't gonna be this one. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. Thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed already. Thank you everything, blah blah. See you guys, bye.